Good evening, Rally Tau fam. Welcome to the show. Tonight is the beginning of the NBA Finals. With you, as always, on Thursdays, Mr. Corey James and myself, Bobby Lehman. Hey, what's up? Corey, how you been,
What
man?
up? I'm doing all right. Bruce, thanks for liking the stream. And Grub and Dub, I love the new name, Bruce.
Yes.
Absolutely love it. I'm doing good, man. NBA Finals are here. I am fucking jacked for this matchup. It is going to be amazing. Aaron and I were talking about it last night on our Wednesday show, and it was sublime. Good interactions. We had some predictions. Bruce sharing the stream, leading the way for everybody that's jumping in the chat tonight, showing them how the fuck it's done. Appreciate
Yes,
you,
sir.
Bruce.
Yes,
Appreciate
sir.
you. But no, man, I'm pumped. I'm really excited. I probably talked 4 or 5 people's ears off at work just in regards to the show or to the finals today. What do you think? Who's going to win? What do you got going on? All of that fun stuff. So it was a day of not so much work, a lot of basketball talk.
Right. I'll tell you what, Ryan, I'm getting better at not laughing at your comments immediately.
I'm there with you as well. If I wasn't talking, I definitely would have laughed.
I almost slipped, but damn, Zaddy, finals making your nipples hard. Yeah, I mean, actually, I was literally
put that one up for the world.
I was literally rubbing my nipples before we actually got on here.
That's true. I saw it.
Yeah, he witnessed it. Rob, what's up, big dog? How are you this evening?
What's going on, Rob? How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, so
finals, baby.
15 minutes. We got the Celtics Warriors tipping off. Chat, let us know your thoughts. I know we talked a bunch about it last night, but if you weren't in here, tell us who you got, how many games. Would love to hear it. I'll give you my prediction here in a little bit. But so yeah, Todd still doesn't have internet. That's why you guys haven't seen Todd's face for what, 2 weeks now.
It's ridiculous. AT&T, shame on you.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
Not brought to you by AT&T, chat.
We're not. I mean, we would be, though. We would be.
Yeah.
I swear to God.
Yeah, I'd get it tattooed on the left cheek if that meant a sponsor. So, or wherever they wanted to place that ad.
It's right here. I'll be the new Lily, I swear.
Right. Yeah.
All right. Who you got, Bob? I mean, so Aaron, let me lay it out for you. Aaron and I made our predictions last night. He has Warriors in 7. I have Celtics in 7. So you got each side of it here. I will give you my prediction about the game tonight before that game gets started. But first, I want your prediction on.
All right. So you both think
the series.
You both think this is going the distance.
We said last night that we think that this series is going at least 6 games.
Yeah, I mean, for those predicting this series to end in 5 games is absolutely absurd.
A gentleman's sweep, if you will.
Yeah, no, that's not going to take place. I saw his doppelganger today at work, but this dude had a bigger beard by a bit. Don't tell Todd that.
Yeah, I already got him jealous. So
Ryan's got Celtics in 7. Bruce has the Warriors in 6. Man, I would love to see the Celtics take this in 6. That's going to be my prediction. I think it's 6 games. I think Jason Tatum just absolutely steps up and dominates. That's my prediction.
So what's your X factor for the Celtics then? Is it Jason Tatum or
100%? He's got to absolutely bring it every single game. I mean, obviously there's a ton of help that he's going to need. I think these teams actually stack up pretty well against each other, if I'm being honest.
That was one of the things we talked about last night as well. We said that this matchup of Celtics and Warriors is actually better than it would be if it were, Warriors Heat. We said we like this matchup a little bit better. It'd be kind of a more lopsided series.
I'd call the Warriors in 5.
Yeah, I wouldn't shy away from that. I would kind of be there as well. I'd probably say Warriors in 6, just out of conservativeness. because you never know when Jimmy Butler is going to be unstoppable. And the other thing is you never know when the Warriors are going to just be cold. And they've kind of been on that realm of, depending on the three ball a little bit more so than even when it was their staple, right? We're talking about the 73 win season, when they were in that run of being in the finals pretty much every single year.
Yeah.
They kind of, now this season are more dependent on that being successful. And when it's not, the offense kind of stalls. When Klay Thompson isn't going off, the offense kind of stalls. Only since basically, the Western Conference Finals have we seen Andrew Wiggins come out of fucking nowhere and just be Superman and pull that team up around him. Really, he was the MVP for me in the Western Conference Finals, and it was pretty surprising. It's not to say that Andrew Wiggins hasn't played well in his career, because he has.
You got big shoes to fill when you're stepping in for Iggy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Although Iguodala is aged, he still is a huge value to that team. And they even mentioned that I can't remember if it was Clay or if it was Steph, but one of them said that he has been such a huge. Or no, it was Coach Kerr. Coach Kerr was quoted in saying that Iguodala is like an assistant coach, but he's got the players' ears, and he's been just as impactful, from being on the bench as he would be on the floor. Obviously, he can't be on the floor, so the fact that he's still able to provide an impact just shows you how much of a veteran this guy is and what he actually provides for a team.
Yeah, absolutely, and Wiggins has been that X factor for them that allows them to not fall into those cold periods.
Right.
And for the Celtics, for me, last night I mentioned it. Aaron mentioned Marcus Smart, his ability to be the best defender on the floor at any given time. That's going to be huge.
Yep.
Also, Al Horford and his ability to be that X factor for them. If he's on, I don't know that the Warriors have the tools to stop him and Jason Tatum.
Right.
Tatum's kind of been their consistent factor when they're winning games. When he's not on, when he's having a bad game, you look for, the other team to win. So it'll be a little bit more interesting tonight to see who shines. We're going to have the game on, on our own sides. Obviously, we can't broadcast it. Fear of the house of mouse that is Disney coming down on us. It was the wrath of God.
Of God.
Hey, Bobby, you like the stream. Appreciate it, brother.
I
did. We'll be commentating on the game as it's going down. So hang with us. Watch the game with us. It should be a good time.
Absolutely.
Looking forward to it. So, all that being said, I have the Celtics winning the finals overall. I got the Warriors winning tonight. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
I feel like that place is going to be on fire tonight. That arena, I think it's Chase Arena in San Francisco, is going to be litty titty, as the kids say. Actually, I don't know if the kids say that. My kids don't. They're three.
Is it 2-3-2? Is that how it works out, or is it 2-2-1-1-1?
Correct. The latter of those two. It's 2-2-1-1-1. So what I mean is 2 games in San Francisco, 2 games in Boston, then alternating San Francisco, Boston, San Francisco to finish it out. Todd liking the stream. He got internet, but he got data. What's up, buddy? Can't wait to have you back. We miss you. Miss you a lot. We won't remind Todd of comments earlier in the show, or will we? Oh, I did it. I did it. I'm naughty. Anyway, so yeah, I got the Warriors win tonight, because when that place is on fire, when it's lit, when everybody's into the game, there's one guy that feeds off that the most. Steph Curry. And when Steph Curry gets that swag, he starts fucking dancing around and doing his shit. I don't know that there's anybody that can really stop him, because he can shoot and make from anywhere on the court. So I got the Warriors winning this one tonight, which makes. Go ahead. No. After you.
No, I was gonna say I'm really interested to see how Boston plans to attack Thompson and Curry on the defensive side of the ball. for them at least. It's I mean those the two best pure shooters in the NBA are both on the same team.
Yeah, I would
Which is
agree with that. I think,
terrifying.
I think just stroke wise, yeah, Thompson, Curry. I think you have to put KD up in that conversation as well, just as for in terms of scoring. I think KD's up there, but yeah, absolutely. Just in terms of 3-point stroke, KD, Thompson take the cake. I think we're gonna see Marcus Smart. I think we're seeing Marcus Smart guard Steph Curry tonight. Obviously, there's going to be tons of switching off, and I think the Warriors are going to be looking for opportunities to get Marcus Smart off of Steph as well.
Right.
Looking for whether it's top of the key screens or a give and go type deal, just some way of getting Steph off of that.
Right.
Todd with a comment in here saying who guards Jason Tatum. Kind of the same thing. I think you're going to see a platoon guarding Jason Tatum, but I think a matchup that you will probably see a lot is probably going to be Draymond. I really think you could see Draymond out there, depending on what lineup the Warriors are bringing to the table. If they're running slow, or if they're running small, you're probably not going to see that. You're probably going to see like a Wiggins on Tatum.
Right.
This is my guess. But if the Warriors are running big, I think that Looney, if they have him out there, and Draymond's up at a 4, I think that's the matchup that you're going to see. So I think you're going to get a lot of platoon guarding going on tonight. It's going to be a lot of fun. And
Absolutely.
The series really is a coin toss, in my opinion. It's so hard. Like, as we were doing the show last night, Aaron and I were just like, I keep talking myself into the other team winning the series. Been just absolutely bananas.
It's been insane, man. And I think you had kind of alluded to it earlier. You said Al Horford was going to make a big impact.
Yeah.
How do you see the Warriors? Trying to. I mean, he's a big man that can stretch the floor. He can hit the three. He can play in the post. He uses his body well. Who's going to match up on him if Draymond's matching up on Tatum?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's got to be Looney, right? I don't know, and that's why he's my X factor.
That's fair. It's a good point.
Sorry, I'm trying to get this fucking game up. I don't know who's going to be guarding him, to be honest with you. So,
yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see if he can be somebody that is effective in scoring from all parts of the court. That's when he's at his best, and that is when the Celtics thrive, when they have that, because they don't need it to win. They don't need Al Horford to drop 25. They don't need that. But if they get it, then it takes a lot of responsibility off of Jason Tatum, takes a lot of responsibility off Marcus Smart, off the rest of the offense in general, and allows them to thrive a little bit more. So,
yeah,
definitely something that we're going to watch for tonight in Game 1.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a good series. I mean, the NBA Finals is one of the best things that you can watch on TV. It is just top tier talent at its. I don't know how to describe it. It's fucking awesome basketball. It's very well played. Everybody shows up. Everybody. I mean, it's every possession is life and death. And it's so exciting to watch.
It seems that way. And, NBA regular season, you kind of get this mindset that, I could turn the game on in the middle of the third quarter and not have missed much. You know what I mean? You kind of get that feeling. At least I get that feeling when watching the NBA during the regular season. Not nearly as much in the playoffs. I think the first couple of rounds, I probably find myself getting into that lull where I'm like,
right,
yeah, I don't need to be here for the start of it. But like right now, I literally have the game up on my phone watching bullshit pregame that I can't even hear because I don't want to miss a second of it. I don't want to miss. And as fans, I don't know that we could have gotten a better matchup. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I know during the regular season, you probably would have said like, well, the Suns over the Warriors. I'd rather watch the Suns. They're clearly the better team, but
right.
I think that was proven to be a faux pas, obviously, in these playoffs. And as I'm thinking about it, like the route that the Warriors have taken has been so much less resistance, in my opinion, than that of the Celtics. I feel like when you look at the teams that the Warriors knocked out of the playoffs in the last 2 rounds, you look at Memphis and then you look at Dallas. Memphis, less Ja Morant, right? No Ja Morant for the Grizzlies.
Mhm.
The only Luka Doncic Mavericks. Those 2 teams, and then you look at who the Celtics knock out, and you look at the Bucks, who have the best player in the league in Giannis, and then you look at the Heat, who were the number 1 overall seed in the East, and have playoff Jimmy Butler on their team. So just a very, very intriguing matchup. You have the well-roundedness of the Celtics, the history of the Celtics, then you have the pedigree of the coach and the team that have been there, and the Warriors, and can't miss basketball.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. No, it's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show. However many games there are, we're at least getting 6. There's no doubt. There's no doubt
Absolutely.
this thing's going 6. I would hope 7. I mean, there's nothing more exciting than game sevens.
Those are the 2 best words in sports. Yeah,
game
2
7.
best words in sports.
Whether it's
game
hockey,
7.
whether it's baseball, whether it's basketball, you can't beat it, man. It's just like you're on the edge of your seat, even if you don't have a dog in the fight. Just as a fan.
Have you ever been to a game 7 before in your life?
No,
I haven't either.
It is a dream of mine. Even if it's not my team, I don't care.
Well, even if it's not like a finals, you know what I mean? Just like a game 7 in the playoffs, I think would be magical.
Yeah, that'd be sweet too.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, like like I'm saying, it doesn't have to be game 7 of the finals. Like that ticket price is just fucking nonsense.
Bananas.
I'm sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Whenever I win the lottery. Now that'll be a staple. We'll go live from a game 7.
Once we get that AT&T money.
Once we get that AT&T money after I get my
Elizabeth, thank you for liking the stream.
What up, Liz?
Todd's got a comment in here for us, Bobby.
Yeah. Who do you think makes a larger impact on the series? Jaylen Brown or Jordan Poole?
That's a really good question. I think obviously so it's a little bit of history, which I saw today about how the Celtics acquired Jaylen Brown. It was in, I believe, the Garnett. Who was packaged in this deal? It was Kevin Garnett. They went to the Nets. I can't remember. It was a trade with the Nets. I can't remember who else. It was 3 players and a draft pick swap, and they got 2 first rounders, and they turned them into Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. And Jaylen Brown has been Garnett, Paul Pierce, and Rajon Rondo. Thank you, Todd. Thank you. And they turned it into Jaylen Brown, and Jason Tatum. I mean, that's insane. I mean, talk about a front office that has its shit together.
For sure.
I don't want to take anything away from Jaylen Brown because I think he's been a huge impact on the Celtics. That's not what I'm trying to say here. But I think if Jordan Poole has the same ability as Andrew Wiggins in that he can take on some of that responsibility that normally falls on Clay, Draymond, and Steph to run that offense. And if Poole can do it, if Wiggins can do it, Gary Payton Jr. is coming back tonight. I'm fairly sure. If Todd or chat, if you can confirm that, as Aaron referred to him as the mitten. So it's going to be, it'll be interesting to see if there is somebody that's able to do that. If they're not, then the Warriors become susceptible. They become susceptible because they are very dependent on 2 players being successful from behind the arc. So I will lean more on Jordan Poole because if he's not there, if he's not a presence, that's an issue for the Warriors. I think it just leaves them more susceptible to falling down. Curious,
sure.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to get this fucking game to pull up.
GP2 won't be back tonight, so Gary Payton's out. So then I think that puts even more responsibility on the shoulders of Jordan Poole. That puts even more, exposure on the rest of the roster if he's not there, because they don't have Gary Payton Jr. So it'd be interesting. We had some announcements are complete in San Francisco. Tip-off is next. I hope you guys are watching the game with us. If you haven't done so already, like the stream, share the stream. If you're following along on Twitter, go to YouTube if you want to jump in the chat. We are watching Game 1 of the NBA Finals tonight. It's going to be litty titty. It's going to be a great time.
Play!
Bobby's having technical difficulties thanks to ABC over there. Bobby, listening to me talk about the game is going to be like exactly the same thing. So I think no Kevin Harlan tonight. Or no, I'm sorry, no Van Gundy tonight in calling the game. I think he's out due to COVID. I think I saw that on Twitter. So that fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Another guy that's out, different sport, different role. He's out due to retirement. The third best running back of all time, according to yardage. Mr. Frank Gore has called it quits.
He is, a guy that's been playing since before you and I were born.
Is that
a joke?
I was gonna say that's not true.
It's a joke, but
I was like, what?
he's been in the league that long. What a career that this is a man who at one point in his career broke his hip. Usually that's you're done.
That's
after that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Back. Came back from it. I had him that year in fantasy that he broke his hip. He was tearing it up that year too. But he was a very successful running back for a long time. I just hope that the man's going to be able to walk in 5 years.
So here's a question. Can you name the top 10 rushing leaders in NFL history?
Oh, Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith is number 1.
Obviously Frank Gore, he's number 3.
Frank Gore is number 3.
Number 2, I don't know if I can do these in order.
It's okay.
Is Eric Dickerson up there?
Eric Dickerson is number 9.
Okay. Marshall Faulk.
He's actually 12th. He's not in the top 10.
Oh, he's not in the top 10. Okay.
Not in the top 10.
Let's see. I don't think Sean Alexander played long enough.
Sean Alexander did not. He's not in the top 25.
He would have been, though, if he could have stayed healthy.
Sean Alexander is 35th.
30. Wow, he's down there.
With 94.
AP's up there.
Adrian Peterson is 5th all-time with 14,918 yards. So you have Emmitt Smith at 1, Frank Gore at 3, Adrian Peterson at 5, and Eric Dickerson at 9.
Eric Dickerson at 5 and 9. Okay.
No, Adrian Peterson at 5.
Let's see here. Jerome Bettis isn't on that list, is he?
Jerome Bettis is on that list, and he is 8th with 13,662
I know he played for
yards.
a minute.
From 1993 to 2006, 13 seasons in the league.
It's tough to think of running backs that have that kind of longevity.
And then it's required to be at the top of this list.
Any active players on that list?
Let's take a look. No.
Okay.
No active players. The highest active player, let's take a look at that while you're pondering here. The highest active player.
Jim Brown. Is he on that list?
Jim Brown is actually just on the outside of that list at 11th.
At 11.
Yeah.
Let's see.
There's no active player in the top 50.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Adrian Peterson was the last active player to crack the top 50, and obviously he's in the top 10.
Right.
This is the number 5.
Oh, let's see here. Corey Dillon's not on that list, right?
He isn't. You're missing 2 very famous running backs from the NFC North.
NFC North.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Some refer to one particular who played from 1989 to 1998 as the greatest running back of all time.
The greatest running back of all time. Oh, Barry Sanders, duh.
Yeah, Barry Sanders. Barry Sanders is
All
fourth
right.
all time.
Yeah, he'd be number 1 on that list if he didn't fucking retire.
And here's the crazy part about Barry Sanders. He played 153 games
That's it.
compared to the rest of the guys in the top 5. Number 1, Emmitt Smith, 226. Number 2, who you have not named, 190. Number 3, Frank Gore, 241 games. Barry Sanders, 153. And then 5, Adrian Peterson, 153. So Adrian Peterson also not a ton of
He did a lot of his. I mean, he was
183, 184. I'm sorry, 184. I misspoke.
Okay, yeah. So he's still 30 games shy of the next.
You're missing number 2, and I'm surprised. He's another NFC North running back. Held the record for a long time.
So you've got what is that's
I believe he wore number 34, if I'm not mistaken.
34. Oh,
his name might have been the Sweetness.
Dude, my mind's drawing a blank right now.
If I'm not mistaken.
The
Bears.
Oh, Walter Payton. But yes. I don't think Bo Jackson played long enough to be on that list.
Bo Jackson's not on that list. So you've got the top 5 locked down. Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton, Frank Gore, Barry.
Bo Jackson. I don't think he's there.
No,
Walter Payton. God, Bobby.
You got Emmitt Smith.
Big one.
Emmitt Smith, Walter Payton, Frank Gore, Barry Sanders, Adrian Peterson. You're missing 6, 7. You have 8 and 9 with Jerome Bettis and Eric Dickerson.
So I'm missing 6, 7, and 10.
You're missing 6, 7, and 10. Number 6, most well known for the Jets. Number 7, most well known for the Chargers.
Oh, LT, LaDainian Tomlinson.
LaDainian Tomlinson is number 7.
You said the Jets.
At least that's my knowledge.
What was his Curtis Martin?
Curtis Martin is 6 overall.
Okay. Wow, I didn't realize he's that high.
Yeah. He played from 1995 to 2007. 12 years in the league, 168 games, 3,500 attempts, 14,101 yards.
Wow.
Absolutely amazing career.
That's a name
longevity.
Would not have thought to be on that list.
You wouldn't have.
He did play for a long time, though.
Yeah, and I, wasn't hurt a whole hell of a lot, so that helps him.
Yeah, absolutely.
We are underway. We are underway, by the way, while you're pondering number 10 all time in San Francisco. The Warriors, taking an early lead up 3-0.
Yeah, I reactivated my subscription so I could watch these games.
You are naughty.
I'm an animal.
Oh, and the Celtics answer right back, baby.
It's just not as exciting if I can't watch it.
It's not. Here's the thing, though. So I picked the Celtics. Todd, you didn't pick. Todd, if you're still watching, you need to pick. You didn't pick your champ. So you need to do that. I picked the Celtics to win the series. I picked the Warriors to win game 1. That said, if the Celtics win tonight, bang, bang, another 3 for the Celtics. A 6-5 game here in the early going.
It pulled up on my phone. I don't know why it pulled up on my computer.
There you go.
Maybe it's because I'm not allowing my location on my computer.
Probably. Here's the thing. If the Celtics take game 1, that is massive. Absolutely massive. I know they need to take at least one game out of these first 2, but if they take the first one, that's huge. Klay Thompson with a big 3-pointer to get the Warriors back on top by 2.
Whatever. Man. I've got it on my phone. That's good enough.
Okay, Todd said he was watching on Twitter, and now he's back. Give me Dub City in 7. Toddy, you naughty.
So wait a minute. So I've got
got the Celtics.
Me and you have the Celtics, and Aaron and Todd have the Warriors.
Yeah.
We gotta put a little friendly wager on this. I mean, we are the generous degenerates.
I mean, if you'd like. Let's see. Oh, who have we picked on the running back question? That's a good question. Let's get back to this real quick. Let's finish up this.
Yeah,
stay focused.
LT was on there. He was number
7.
7.
Mm-hmm.
So we only one we have left is 10. We had Emmitt Smith at 1.
Yep.
We had Walter Payton 2.
Yep.
We had
Frank Gore.
first one, Frank Gore, 3.
Yep.
4 was 8. No, AP was 5.
Yeah, Barry Sanders 4,
Barry
AP
Sanders was
5.
4. 6 was 7 was Curtis Martin.
6 was Curtis Martin.
6
7 was
Curtis
LT.
Martin, 7 was LT. 8 was
The bust.
Jerome Bettis. Wow, I can't believe he's on there. I don't ever remember him rushing for a hell of a lot of yards, and I guess he just played for a minute.
He played for 13 seasons. I mean, it's a massive career, 192 games, 3,479 touches for 13,662 yards. Just a huge, very long career, not injury prone.
I'm surprised they didn't give Tatum a delay game on that. Sorry.
No, you're good. Chucking the ball up like that.
Yeah.
And then we got Eric Dickerson at 9. So the last one we need, this is a late 70s, mostly an 80s running back here that we're looking at. Played from 77 to 88. Caroline, thanks for liking the stream. Caroline. Thank you so much.
Late 70s, 80s.
Yeah, and he's an 80s running back. Spent nearly the entirety of his career with the Dallas Cowboys.
With the Cowboys. My knowledge of Cowboys is not great.
Ryan's got it.
Tony Dorsett.
Yep, Tony Dorsett. Great job, Ryan. Everybody, let's give it up for Ryan.
Well
Absolutely
played.
Fantastic.
Yeah, that's a good list. It's a good list.
It's a good list because there's a lot of guys you're like, wow, really?
The most shocking one for me was Curtis Martin. I just would have never in a million years guessed you'd have been on that list.
Every time I read that list, I have that reaction. Every time I read it. I've read that list probably 25 times over the last 5 years. Every time I look at that list, I'm like, oh, shit. There you go.
God damn it.
What does that mean, Ryan?
His nipples.
Milk knuckles. That's a good. Does the wife like that when you call him that? Does that work? That's my question. Does that work to get things a little spicy in the bedroom? Hey, baby, let me see the milk knuckles. Is that how it goes? I'll try it. If it works, I'll try it after the show.
That makes me want to go vomit. That's just gross.
Let's see. Is all-star or work done up there? That's a good question. I'll take a look at it. Right now, we got the Warriors.
I'd say work done had more
than all-star. Oh, I would agree with that. Warriors currently up 5, 17-12 here in the early goings of the first quarter. Actually, we're about halfway through, coming up on the 6-minute mark. As the Celtics couldn't hit the ocean with a beach ball right now. Working it inside with the oop. Celtics bring it within 1 score. All right, let's take a look at work done. Work done is actually 23rd on the list. 23rd on the list. And Allstott is not in the top 50. I mean, I would be really surprised if he was in the top 50.
Allstott was a beast.
He was a highlight reel.
Yeah, that's what he was. Where's Marshawn Lynch on that list?
That's a fantastic question. He, in my opinion, retired too early, obviously, as well. He's 29th. Played from 2007 to 2015, and then a brief stint again, 17 to 19, I believe, with the Raiders. 2007 to 2015, 29th on the list, 149 games. That's it. 10,413 carries.
So he had less than Barry. Less games, that is.
Yeah, and it shows, obviously, with where he's at. And he was on a team that didn't utilize him properly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You mentioned Corey Dillon earlier. Corey Dillon is actually 20th on the list, 1997 to 2006, 9 seasons for CD, 28.
Where's Derrick Henry on that list? I know he's in the top 50.
He's not. There's no active player in the top 50.
Wow.
Unless they have this listed weird. I'll scroll really quickly here.
Where does yardage stop in the top 50? Like, who's the last guy?
8,074.
He doesn't have 8,000 yards yet? He's got to be fucking close if he doesn't.
He's got to be very close. I wonder if I can view more. No, it's only giving me the top 50. Let me go to Pro Football Reference because that's going to be a way better source of knowledge here. And knowledge is power, my friends. Knowledge is
It most
power.
certainly is.
Maurice Claret, hot take of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Maurice Claret would have been up there if he wasn't an idiot.
There's no shot in the history of mankind that man would be on this list.
Dude, he was so fucking good. He was so good at Ohio State. I know we are an anti-Ohio State other than Aaron podcast. Excuse me, why?
I just don't. I mean,
Wet my whistle.
even if he wouldn't have made that, I just don't think he had the discipline.
Well, that's fucking clear. I think that's pretty clear by the fact that he didn't get kicked out of Ohio State.
Yeah, that's sad, man. What he did in that championship game was that 2002.
It was, yeah, 2002 against the Miami Hurricanes.
Yeah,
no, Miami Hurricanes. The U, Ken Dorsey was the fucking quarterback. Remember that guy?
Is Willis McGahee on that list?
Willis McGahee, I don't think he's on the list, but Willis McGahee was on that. That was the game that Willis McGahee blew his fucking knee out.
I was asking. Yeah,
and they showed it like 9,000 times.
They showed it, and it's just like it was the most disgusting injury to date.
Well, they showed it, and then they showed it again and again. And that was like the last time that they really were showing that. Actually, you know what? One of the worst injury. Chat. What's the worst injury that you've seen in a sports game on TV that they've shown on TV? I'm curious that they have replayed. The one for me, Kevin Ware, Louisville.
Oh.
Dude, that was the nastiest fucking injury I've ever seen. Todd's right there with me. Todd is right there with me.
Man, it was like it happened right because so I remember it vividly because it was one of those games where the court was kind of elevated, so the seats like the floor is like right here at your eye line, and it happened right in front of the bench,
dude.
And you just see everybody go.
Dude, his whole team was just like. So for those of you that don't know what the fuck we're talking about, Kevin Ware, Louisville basketball player, went up, came down, compound fracture, which obviously he already had a break in his shin at that time, and then his shin bone literally went out of his fucking leg. You could see bone marrow. It was the nastiest fucking thing I have ever seen in my life.
I would probably say another one that is up there is Gordon Hayward's ankle injury.
Dude,
because that's one that so I had just dislocated my knee for the second time. I had just come off having the surgery, and I'm sitting there on the couch. I'm high as a kite on pain pills, and
nice.
as first game of the season, Celtics Cavs.
Oh, I know. Being a Jazz fan, I know.
It was his first game in Boston. He had just left, and then. Oh, when you just saw him look down and he just went.
Yeah, it was repulsive.
Oh,
it was repulsive. And I felt bad for him, but at the same time, I lived in Salt Lake City at the time. I remember the Jazz paid advertising and put up billboards all over Salt Lake City. #StayWord. All over Salt Lake, trying to get Gordon Hayward to stay. Obviously, he wanted to get back with a massive block there for the Celtics. He wanted to get back with Brad Stevens, his college coach. And I understand that. But I would be lying if when that injury happened, I didn't go, karma. I thought it. I'd be lying if I didn't think it. Would I be a sports fan if I didn't think it? I don't think so. I would have to give up my man card if I didn't think it. Let's be honest here as sports fans. If something happens to a player, excuse me. Thank you, Miller Lite.
Wow. Al Horford is bringing the ball up.
Dude, Al Horford, and he is just a different human being.
Jaylen Brown with the air ball.
When you watch a guy on a team, maybe he left your team, or maybe it's on a rival team and they get injured. You're never happy that they're hurt, but you are happy that they're out of the game. Aren't
Right.
you? Aren't you happy that they don't have an impact? Am I a sick son of a bitch for thinking that?
Um. Yeah. Yeah. I kind of. Um. You know. I mean, personally, the way I look at it is like I want to beat. I don't want there to be any
I agree.
excuses. Um. It was kind of like when Carson Palmer when he went down against the Steelers. That was the big thing is if he didn't get injured, we wouldn't have won. And we don't know because he got hurt. I would even be hard, pressed to say that you guys had a much better shot with him in the game than without him.
Yeah. It's not like our right guard went down.
Right. But
Dude, Ryan, sorry we missed this one
yeah,
earlier,
but no,
man.
I remember watching that, man, where he kicked him straight in the shin and his leg just snapped in half.
Turned into fucking noodle, a wet
Oh,
noodle.
yeah, that one was disgusting. Conor McGregor when he stepped on his ankle and then it just exploded, you know. Um,
Repulsive.
Yeah, and then there was another UFC fight. I don't know. I think it was like within the last year where some dude didn't tap on an armbar and he fucking snapped his
Snapped
elbow
it.
in half.
Oh, that's so fucking awesome. That
Yeah,
is so
he
fucking
didn't
cool.
tap and he just let the dude break his arm. It reminded
Dude,
me of Ricky Bobby. Go ahead
UFC
and
is
break it, Frenchie.
go and break it, Pepe Le Pew. These colors don't fucking run. Break it. Fuck yeah,
Oh
I
my
ain't gonna
god, he
say it.
actually did it.
Ricky, I just want to tell you, I had a whole mess of crepes this morning. They're just like little thin pancakes. Yes, they're just really, really thin pancakes. Yes. Yeah. Beautiful. Beautiful. Dude, UFC is
Brutal.
fucking gnarly. It is just like when you just think about it, it's like I'm in a cage and you're in a cage. And I'm going to try and beat the fuck out of you, and you're going to try and beat the fuck out of me. Ready? Ding, ding, ding. And obviously, that is a caveman's fucking simplification of what we just, of what UFC is. There's so much talent, skill, and strategy involved.
Right.
Conditioning, obviously, strength training, all of the things that go along with that. But it's fucking gnarly, man.
Yeah, so Ryan, I don't hate blood, but I'm not gonna go watch two people fist fight bare knuckles.
Did you used to watch the Kimbo Slice videos from back in the day? Bro,
That dude was an absolute monster.
this guy would just find these just fat white dudes that thought they could fight from like the local trailer park, and then they would each put up like $300, and Kimbo Slice would proceed to put his fucking hand through their mouth. It was fucking nuts, dude.
That dude just built different.
He's dead, man.
I know, he had a stroke.
That's crazy. Was he on like drugs or steroids? I mean, I know steroids are a drug, but did he just like what? How? Like, why did he have a stroke?
I don't know. I just know that that's how he died. It was a stroke or a brain aneurysm or something like that.
He wasn't that young though, was he?
I want to say he was probably in his
I'll look it up.
40s, late 30s, 40s, because he got into UFC late.
He did.
So he was fighting. He was already in his 30s, I believe, by the time he started fighting.
Let's take a look here. So he's born in 74, passed away in 2016. So in 2004, he was 34. He was 42.
42.
Damn. First of all, we started watching his videos in like 2006 ish. So like when he was 32, he looked 55.
Well, yeah. Todd just said he'd been homeless for some time and had drug issues. So
really, like before the YouTube
know.
thing, did he fight his way to money?
Probably.
Just street fighting. That's what I'm gonna do. Get the fucking camcorder out. I'm just gonna beat dude's ass, and we're gonna make money.
Yeah, I'll hold the camera.
Yes. Can I watch Kimbo? Kimbo? Yeah, Court. Can I watch, please?
Crazy. Yeah, no, that's like I think like when I the first thing I think of UFC wise is Masvidal knocking out Ben. What was his? I can't remember his last name. Just the flying knee kick that just put him out, and he's just like just goes stiff as a board. And then and
Jaden.
Masvidal's still just beating his face in while
Yes.
he's out. He's got the ref has to pull him off. It was just like a dog that had just been sicked on somebody and he'd already killed it and just still going at it. I'm like, that shit.
Speaking of favorite fights and speaking of Anderson Silva, the Rich Franklin Anderson Silva fights, dude.
Those were always just
Not like Rich Franklin looked like a stuck pig. He was just bleeding everywhere and just continued to battle. And obviously Cincy boy, I think he was a teacher at Oak Hills, wasn't he? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Yeah, but Anderson Silva, in my opinion, is the greatest fighter of all time. Absolute just fucking master of the mat, sickest fucking knockouts that I've ever seen. Just a beast at Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Jaden. Well, Corey, I don't think I'm going to follow through with buying that other company because it just seems shady. So Jaden was on the verge. This dude's 16 years old. He's verge of buying out another lawn care company. Just a fucking G status over here. Give a shout out to Jaden.
Well done, sir.
Yeah, absolutely. Sorry that that's not going to pan out, but it sounds like you're making the right choice. So don't let it get you down, buddy. Keep on grinding.
Yeah, if somebody's coming to you and saying, "Hey, buy us out,"
yeah,
that means there's a whole mess of shit there that you don't want. So
or just offer him a quarter of what he's asking for and see if he takes it.
Right. Either that, or if he's got equipment that you want, offer to buy the equipment.
Yeah, there you go. Buy the equipment, or you need to see invoices. I need to see invoices that you have processed and cleared over the last 6 months.
Ask for their P&L, ask for their profit and loss, and see where their financials.
You want my money? You need to open up them books, slut.
Right. We need to see where you're at. I mean, the reason they want to sell is probably because they are bleeding money
or tired.
So you got to figure out. I would assume the first, and probably the second because of the first. So yeah, for sure though. That's great, man. If you need any help reading a P&L, hit me up. It's one of my specialties. So, sorry we got a little off track there, but Jaden, super proud of you, man. That's awesome, dude. Israel, I don't know. Adesanya is on his way to be the best. Is on his way to be the best of all time. So I don't really follow UFC like that. I'll watch it if it's on. But I'm not a big, watching the fights this weekend unless it's like a big fight.
So just a quick update on game one here. Warriors are currently up 29-22 with the ball. 1 minute 30 to go in the game. And the Celtics, they're just cold, man. They're down 7 right now. They should be down 15, to be honest with you. But a lot of missed opportunity, a lot of missed threes going on right now.
Really good defense.
They are, and that's their staple. That's how they stay with it. And honestly, I think if they can keep it within double digits, up until about midway through the third quarter, they're right where they want to be. Bang, another 3 for the Celtics. As I'm talking shit, bring it within 4. Bobby, am I ahead of you?
You are. It's fine.
I am. That's okay. You're used to it from football.
It's okay.
But
great ball movement though.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic. Another great defense right there in the paint, cutting off the interior pass, limiting the chance at the rim. While the Celtics convert on a fast break, they get an and one. Oh, who's hurt? Is that Draymond? Who we got? We got somebody down for the Warriors right now, holding the abdomen. I believe it to be Draymond. We'll take a look here in just a minute, but yeah, you're absolutely right. The defense that the Celtics have been putting out right now.
Iggy.
It's Iggy. Oh my God, man, the guy cannot.
I think he got hit in the privates.
The privates, right in the buddies, as I used to refer to them as. Do you remember, Todd? This is a question for you and you, Bobby. Do you remember, I think it was probably 3rd or 4th grade, me and Micah Parker were going up against each other in a drill, and I got coned. I don't know if you remember. Obviously, I do. It's a very scarring memory for me.
Just absolutely laid your ass out?
No. The drill ended. It ended up with me ending up on the ground, which isn't shocking in football, but I fell on a cone.
Oh, no.
Forward. I fell forward. So he didn't lay me out, but I fell forward onto a cone right on the buddies. Yeah, you ever been coned before?
No, but I
Jim
agree.
Moore. Jim Moore thought it was fucking hilarious. Let me tell you that.
That dude was fucking insane.
Awesome.
One of the
Best coach
biggest
I've ever had.
chews of red man in that man's mouth at all times.
Best coach I've ever had. Jim Moore. Just fucking mean.
That dude was an absolute lunatic.
Yep, I love. I adhered to it. I loved it. It was my favorite. I was like, yeah, this is football. Like this guy right here, the way he's talking to us, fucking 7-year-olds, like we're about to go to war. Yep, I'm in. I was absolutely in love with football because of the way that guy talked about it. Todd remembers it. I faintly remember this happening. Moore picked you up by the back of your pads as you were writhing in pain. Pretty fucking accurate.
I remember getting knocked out by Marcus Miller.
That motherfucker could hit, dude.
Bro, that dude. But you got to remember, in what was it, 3rd grade? That dude was like a foot taller than everybody.
He was huge.
He was so tall. And I remember I was like 2nd string running back, and I was coming through 44 combo right off the tackle, and the next thing I know is I'm looking up at the sky. I don't remember what happened.
Dude, he would blast people.
Oh, dude,
I remember every time. I don't think he ever knocked me out, but I remember it was every time I hit him, my bell would be ringing. My bell would be ringing.
100%. I was out like a light.
Ryan, we talked about this earlier, dude. I mean, he's got him and Clay are
2 best pure shooters, and maybe
I like Clay's stroke a little bit better, to be honest.
I think Clay's, from a fundamental perspective, is
better shooter,
picture perfect.
Yeah,
I would say it's Clay 1, Steph 2. Yeah, I agree with you on that. I think Clay is the better pure shooter.
Where do you put KD? Where do you put KD in that? And because in my opinion, in terms of scoring, being able to score from wherever on the court, Kevin Durant is the best in the league.
I mean, when I think wherever on the court, I think Steph, because he can not only hit from half court, he can also get to the bucket.
He can.
I would say he's probably not as effective around the rim because he's shorter, but man, he's got the floaters, he's got the range,
his drive, right?
He creates a lot of his own shots too, which for smaller guards, that's typically a challenge. Kyrie's really good at creating space when he's healthy, obviously. But as far as the best pure scorer, I mean, I'm not going to argue with you on KD. Because
it's splitting hairs,
right? He's unbelievable. He does have the range too. He can hit from 6 to 7 feet behind the line,
right?
He's also a foot taller than everyone on the court.
Yeah, Durantula, absolutely.
So it's kind of like Dirk, in his prime, where you can't block that shot when a 7-footer is fading away. Like it's a
unblockable, undefendable.
I maybe saw it blocked twice, and one of them was from behind.
Yeah.
No, Steph is just magical to watch. Now, I did see a funny stat prior to the game tonight, and it was KD and Kyrie left to join forces, and now both the teams they left are in the finals. Think about
that's good. No, that's good. That's good. And I don't know. First of all, shout out to Tommy. What's up, big dog, with the Mafia Sports Report? Saying go Bills. Love it. We love the Bills here at Rally Towel. We love the Bills. As long as they're not playing the Bengals or Steelers or Browns, right. I think all 4 of us are like, yeah, go Bills. We've talked about this before.
Is this the year for Josh Allen?
It's hard to bet against the guy, right? I think the Bills are the betting favorite right now in Las Vegas, if I'm not mistaken, to win the Super Bowl. Tony, thanks for liking the stream, man. Appreciate it. It's hard for me to pick them because that means that the Bengals don't do it. Right. But we talked about this on the show before, that I think the Bills are a team that universally, so long as you're not playing against them, and so long as you don't have a racist mascot as your team, you like the Bills. So I'm talking about Chiefs fans, obviously. As long as you aren't that, you root for the Bills. If the Bills get to the Super Bowl, like let's say the Bills beat the Bengals in the AFC Championship game this year, I am going to root for the Bills. I'm going to do it. I want them to win. So,
Yeah.
because we are all the Bills. And what I mean by that is all of us sports fans that have not seen, tasted, been with victory, been with championship, the Bills have seen that tenfold, well, fourfold, right? And
4 in a row and open.
Fuck, man.
That would just be devastating. But I gotta go back to Todd's comment real quick. He said, "You guys clearly never got hit in the open field by Cody Bauer." That dude, an athlete.
Hey, Deuce could hit.
Number 22, bro.
Deuce could hit. Ain't no doubt about that. Ain't no doubt about that.
Pound for pound, one of the strongest defenders that Fairfield had for sure, especially in the defensive backfield.
Yeah, absolutely. Draymond with the offensive rebound, going right back up and getting to the line and one. But Todd's comment here. Steph dropped a cool 21. Cool 21 on pace to score 84 points. I knew the math. I was just doing the old school calculator.
Is that Galifianakis?
Yeah. Dude, Zach Galifianakis, have you ever listened to his stand-up before?
I haven't, but I thought you were going to go like the Between Two Ferns route, and that shit is hilarious.
Dude, that is amazing. That is amazing. Real quick before I get to that, the fact that the Celtics are only down 3 right now is kind of surprising. And
they're shooting like absolute dog water.
They are, and yet here we are now. The Warriors just put another 2 up, down 5 at the early goings here in the second quarter. They're right where they want to be. They're on the road in game 1. Clearly still have an ability. Ooh, bad pass there. Clearly still have an ability to win this game. Clay with a 3 off the back iron, no good. Offensive rebound, no good. So a lot of sloppy there. But no, just the fact that they're still clearly in this game, have the ability to win it still is surprising. Just how poorly they've played offensively, I think.
Even though Thompson didn't finish that, what a hustle play! Getting your own rebound, you
don't see that.
That's the type of play that you see in the finals. That's like fundamentals 101.
Speaking of fundamentals 101, Jason Tatum only has 6 points, but he has 5 dimes already. This dude is distributing. He looks like a fucking Amazon warehouse out here dishing it out. The rest of the team's got prime. So Zach Galifianakis, I was watching his stand up.
Yeah, he's so funny,
dude. He does his stand up
so dry, but it's so funny.
He does his stand up with a piano, so he's like playing a nice little melody. And he's sitting there, he's like, "Dad, what's up with the name Zach Galifianakis?" And Dad looked at me and he said, "Well, it's a great name, son. It starts with a gal, it ends with a kiss. So, Dad, do you think we could change it to Zach Galifianakis fuck?" Dude, still one of the funniest fucking lines. And he just says it just so straight face, just keeps playing the piano. It is just so fucking funny. If you get a chance, watch Zach Galifianakis. Oh, and he's king of it. King of it. Absolutely fantastic.
That's great. He's so funny.
Chat, what else do you got for us tonight? As we're getting into the second quarter here, what do we want to talk about? Oh, I know what we haven't talked about yet. There's another guy that retired today. Another guy that retired that has touched the lives of many, been a fantasy conundrum for most. The Beard, the Ivy Leaguer,
the one and only
Mr. Ryan Fitzpatrick retiring.
Shout out the pads today.
Hung up the cleats, cleaned out the locker, all of the things that you'd like to say about retiring. I mean, the rumor is that he is working out a key deal with Amazon to be a major role in their broadcast team. I'm here for that.
Yeah, I'd love to see it.
Mostly for the outfits, I think. I'm ready to see Homeboy's flair because he's got it. He's got it. So what? Let's see here. Oh, this is another fun trivia. I want you to name all of the teams that Ryan Fitzpatrick has played for in his career.
Titans, Bengals, Bills, Washington football team.
Okay.
Man,
Who you play for last year, Bob?
Houston. I said Tennessee, right?
You did.
Oh, the Dolphins.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got Houston, Tennessee, Miami, Buffalo, Washington football team. That's 5.
Who's he drafted by?
How many total teams?
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 teams.
Okay, so basically.
So you said Washington.
League.
You said Washington, Miami.
Yep.
Houston, Tennessee, Buffalo, Cincinnati.
Yep. So that's 6. So I'm missing 3.
So 5. You're missing 3, but yeah. Washington, Miami, Houston, Tennessee.
I have 6.
Buffalo, Cincinnati. You're missing. Sorry, I must have miscounted. You're missing.
So I'm missing 2 teams then.
1, 2, 3. You're missing 3. Sorry, you played for 9 teams. Yeah.
Okay.
The first team played for 2 years and then went to the Bengals. They are not in the same city that they were in.
It wasn't Oakland, was it?
No.
The Chargers?
Nope.
Wait, how many fucking teams moved? Vegas and the Chargers. Who else moved?
Same stadium.
Same stadium
as the Chargers.
Oh, the Rams.
Yeah. So he's drafted by St. Louis.
All right.
Played in St. Louis for 2 years.
Team that moved. Sorry.
It's all good.
I keep thinking they're in St. Louis.
Played for the Rams for 2 years and the Bengals for 2 years. Played for the Bills for 4, Titans for 1, Texans for 1. Then the next 2 teams that you don't have yet, he played for 2 years respectively.
Jets.
Bingo. Went to the Jets. Then he played for one more team.
Where did he go after New York?
And this is where he came out, I think, in whose outfit was he wearing? Deshaun Jackson's outfit in a press conference, I believe.
No, it wasn't Philly.
NFC though.
It wasn't Minnesota.
Nope. Neither of those 2 divisions. So you're down to the West and the South.
NFC. Oh, was it the Patriots?
No. I'm saying you the West or the South. The Patriots are in the AFC.
Oh, duh.
NFC West or NFC South is where.
NFC West or South.
This is fun for me.
I know. Who else did he play for?
They recently have won a Super Bowl.
Recently, okay.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't Tampa.
It was Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay. Beautifully done, sir. Beautifully done. Well,
You did a little hook there towards the end.
it's okay. That's a hard one, man. That's a hard one. I don't know that I would have been able to have gotten all those. I think I probably would have missed the Rams one as well, to be honest with you.
Yeah, so. I mean, he wasn't even on the map at that point.
Mm-mm. Just a wily old backup from Harvard with no beard.
Phew, man, Clay's that stroke's just butter.
Yeah. It's disgusting. All right. You got anything else for us tonight, Bobby? Are we good?
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I have anything pressing. I mean, I know Aaron Donald's contemplating retirement.
Aaron Donald is contemplating retirement.
He said when he got into the league that he'd be fine with playing 8 years and hanging it up. The man's what, 30 years old, 32, 31?
Yeah, I think he's at a point where he's like, look,
he's already got his hundreds of millions.
I'll play football, but you're gonna have to. It's gonna cost you because that's how much it's worth to me to not
play football.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, it's gonna have to be some astronomical amount of money.
Yeah, and I get that. He's like, what else could he
has nothing else to prove. He's a Hall of Famer,
MVP, fucking defensive player of the year, Super Bowl champion. I mean, what else do you want?
Yeah, I mean, the man could be inducted into the Hall of Fame before he turns 40. It's like,
yeah, and have his whole life ahead of it. Well, not his whole life, obviously, but have most of his life still ahead of him.
He's basically our age and a Hall of Famer.
That's insane.
And he's already accomplished that in his life.
Yeah, and you're seeing that more and more. Obviously, the Steelers. I think we're a little less genetically gifted than Aaron Donald, but the Steelers saw a 29-year-old on the defensive line walk away, 2 days ago.
Yes, to it.
And you're seeing more and more of that. You're seeing more of that. Kind of. I think I want to just live my life now.
It just goes to show you like how brutal that sport is and how millions of dollars are still not enough to keep them playing.
Well, and it just becomes. I think a lot of people view sports as a path to fame, fortune, success, and not necessarily a passion. And I can relate to that. I like my current job. I enjoy the company I work for. That's not my passion. I have other passions, right? I'd shovel horse shit if you paid me enough. I use that as an avenue for my passions. Camping, traveling, spending time with my family, all those things, right? I use my job as an avenue to those passions. And I think there's a lot of people that view that now for football, particularly when you can make millions. All you have to do is get that second contract. Right. You get and play that second contract, you could be set for life.
Absolutely. 100%. So, and also LeBron became a billionaire, so that was fun.
Dude, I mean, first active player in NBA history or in professional sports history, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
To be a billionaire.
Yeah, absolutely insane. Well, we can talk about that more. Obviously, it's Thursday. The finals are on. Everybody's watching that. So
let's get. I'm ready to go watch the finals.
I'm ready to go watch it too. So, chat. Appreciate everybody swinging through. Have a wonderful rest of your evening. We will catch you guys on Tuesday. Todd should be back. So we'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, guys.
Peace.